Greetings, friends. It is a cool but sunny, as you can tell, morning. And right now I'm putting on my boots so I can go ahead and move our duck and chicken tractors so they can be on fresh grass, and then we'll also give them some feed later on. Yesterday, spent a lot of time outside working on clearing out this area that we've been working on, of getting rid of some trees so we can have better areas for our animals, and maybe even eventually have some pasture-raised meat birds for us to consume, but we'll see about that later on. But as we were working out here, the wind started picking up big time, and the temperature changed as the day went. It was actually in the 60s yesterday, and today I don't think we're gonna get out of the 40s. But as you can see here, got a lot of trees chopped down, and we'll be coming back through here and just cutting them up, delimiting them and bucking them more, and then setting them aside. Here, tick, 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 tick. Ready to be moved? It's always nice to see them enjoying fresh new grass in the morning. So next we're going to move our ducklings at the bottom of the garden closer to the pond. When it gets windy here, it gets windy here. And I don't even know why, because we have a lot of trees blocking for coverage, but it is what it is. But the wind will blow tarps around, plastic around, just all kind of various things around when it really picks up around here. So I have to really be careful. I even had a cooler that was being blown at me by the wind one time. That was crazy as the storm was coming through. It's 2020, and as I stand here looking around my homestead, working with these animals, feeding them, looking at our garden and the different things that we are doing here, I never would have guessed that my life would be what it is today. I didn't grow up homesteading or gardening, and thinking back to my high school days, I never would have envisioned this. I had different aspirations at the time, but I am so thankful my life has turned out to be what it is today, to have the family that I have, and to be able to homestead and do the different things that I do, and to be able to have a tribe of people like you that view and follow our videos and believe in what we're doing. It's pretty amazing. And as I recently come into contact with one of my best friends from high school, it just has me thinking these thoughts of how much my life is different today than it was back then, and the trajectory of where I'm going and everything is just totally different, and I'm so thankful for it. Hey, good morning, Greg. Good morning. How are you? Greg is our guard goose, and ironically Greg is also the name of one of my best friends from high school, and it's quite interesting. I didn't name him after Greg, it just happened to be that way. Just Greg the goose just sounded cool. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
Working on the schoolwork?
Yeah. I not working on my door. I don't let... What? You're just the weirdest person ever.
He said he's going to Nene and Poppy's house, which are his grandparents, Lacey's parents. And because today we're going somewhere, but I'll share that in just a minute.
Yeah.
So what you writing there, Josiah?
A story about a meatball.
About a meatball. Tell us about your meatball.
A meatball.
Tell us about your meatball, Josiah.
Want me to read the story?
Sure.
Once upon a time there was a meatball. He was trying to get out of the pot. Finally, he got out of the pot. He rolled out of the house and into the lawn. Then all of the dogs were chasing him. To be continued.
That's a good story, man. And Selah, what are you working on?
Copywork of the Bible.
What verses are you copying down?
I'm doing Genesis chapter 2 and verses 18, 19, and 20.
Okay, good job. Say good morning, Mommy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So guys, Micah was right. He is going to be spending some time at Nene's and Poppy's house today. And we are going to be spending some time away from the homestead today, helping out an old friend of mine. It's actually a good friend of ours because he actually introduced us to one another. He's moving into the area a little bit closer to where we live, so it'll be neat to catch up. It's been a number of years now since I have seen Greg. So guys, we're gonna work together in helping him move. Sound good to you guys?
Yeah.
It's always nice when you can lend a helping hand. As soon as we arrived at Greg's, we immediately got to work loading up his moving truck. Josiah, Lacie, and Selah started moving the small stuff, while Greg's dad and I started moving some of the big stuff while Greg was away, getting set up for his new place. And all was going smoothly until we had to move the washer from upstairs downstairs. Just keep saying next when you're ready for the next one. Next. Last one?
Last one.
Pick up the floor on that one. There we go. All right. This will be interesting.
Watch your toes. I don't have control. All right.
Whoops! At first, I thought we scratched the floor, but we did. Whew!
And that next little step.
I'm gonna go back.
Moving, done a lot of moving over the years. A lot of moving. Even my days in the fitness industry, there were 2 gyms that closed down 2 separate times. We had to move pretty much every single piece of equipment from New Jersey to North Carolina, so that was pretty interesting. But overall, moving is kind of like a big game of Tetris. I kind of like it. And it's just kind of like putting the pieces in and fitting them in and try to keep things secure and keep the game going. And then after we get done doing most of the heavy lifting, Greg finally showed up. Well, Greg, can you believe it's been almost 20 years now since we graduated high school?
Okay.
It's pretty crazy. And would you ever have thought that I'd be a farmer?
No.
Me either.
Saw that. I never saw that.
And you were actually the one that introduced me to Lacie.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly after graduation. That was probably, what, 2-3 years?
It was a couple years after.
Yeah. And even after we graduated, you and I went off to Florida, art school. That seems so long ago.
was a mistake for me.
Oh man, and it was a little different time. You met Lacie online, I believe.
Mhm.
So back then it was a little
Maybe she can remember where
unique.
online.
Before you end, do you remember?
I'm trying not to laugh and be too loud over here.
It's all right. You didn't know you were part of the deal.
I don't know. I just remember.
MySpace
Yeah.
or something? I don't know.
It wasn't even MySpace. It was before MySpace.
Yeah.
Wow. It was whenever it was really like embarrassing whenever you meet somebody online.
I know,
and now
man.
like everybody's like
Now everybody's on
everybody meets everybody
everywhere.
online.
Wow. And then almost 20 years later, you have a full beard.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't grow a full beard.
Maybe we get there one day.
I just grow
When he
here and
grows
here.
up.
Thinking at me, man.
Yeah.
Man, but it's crazy to think just how life goes.
Mm-hmm.
It is, in some ways it seems so long ago, but it's also seems so fast at the same time.
Yes. A lot of things have changed.
Yeah. You have little people running around too.
Mm-hmm. Some not so little anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, let's get back to it. There you go.
Strong
You can
man.
use muscle. They're not just for show, are they? Yeah. So after a few hours of loading up the moving truck, we finally headed off to Greg's new place and unloaded it. And let me tell you, I'm kind of thankful that Greg is downsizing because that was quite the workout. Especially with moving the washing machine down the stairs with his dad.
That was interesting to watch. It definitely was some harrowing moments in there.
It was interesting to be a part of. But being around Greg definitely brought back memories, especially of us meeting for the first time. And I still remember the picture that I saw of you. It was like, oh, she's so hot. I can't wait to meet her. Man, can't wait to go out. She's my type. There we go.
Back then, my hair was a lot blonder than it is right now.
But we chatted briefly online and then exchanged numbers. And then we had our first phone call together.
And we had already decided we were going out and we were going to meet and go to the movies as a group.
Yeah, just as a safety precaution because I wasn't sure how crazy she was going to be.
Yeah, it was all about me.
I was like,
Crazy,
watch out.
crazy. So it was already decided that we were going to go out the next night as a group. But so when I talked to him on the phone and he didn't really talk, I thought,
I'm not a phone person.
This is going to be the worst date
I'm not a
ever.
phone person. It's like, just get to the point and we'll do what we need to do. I'm a lot better in person and in video, but phone, I don't like the phone.
He does not like the phone.
No, I'll text, but I don't like talking
Don't
on the phone.
ask
It's
him
weird.
to call you. It's not going to happen. He barely picks up whenever I call him.
So we met up and went to the movies as a group, and I think it was Reign of Fire that we saw with Matthew McConaughey.
I have no clue.
I don't really remember the movie. I guess I was a little focused on something else or somebody else because I got to sit beside you and I enjoyed sitting beside you. But I think I was a gentleman. I was a gentleman, wasn't I?
Yes, you were.
Good. So had an enjoyable night with you that night, and then I think we saw each other again the following night, right?
Yes, just the two of us. We went out to dinner together.
And then we just kept seeing each other ever since. And
You couldn't get enough.
No, I couldn't. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Just kidding.
You hear that? He's gonna pay for that one, just to let you know.
No.
No, not really. Maybe I'm the crazy one for staying with you.
Maybe so, because I'm crazy. So what was your first impression of me when we went out for that first time? Especially my background is a mixture of white, black, and Native American. So I liken myself to like a golden brown pancake. I love pancakes, especially with syrup and
What?
butter. Yum.
He's so weird.
So what was it like going out with the pancake boy?
I don't know where this is coming from, guys. I've never heard this. 17 and a half years. I don't know where this is coming from. But I'll try to answer what you're asking me.
I'm sweet.
That's not what I was going to say.
With a little buttery.
Weird. Weird. So I saw him get out of his car and he came and walked over, and he is like a pretty muscular, hunky looking guy.
I worked out
And,
just a little bit.
He has a really great smile. So that was what not that smile. Not that smile. I wouldn't be here if it was that smile. But he does have a really good smile whenever he wants to.
Thanks.
And I think that was one of the biggest things that stood out whenever we first met.
Yep, I enjoyed your smile and your golden blonde hair. I won't liken it to pancakes, but
Thank you. Thank you very
but
much.
I did really enjoy that first night, and then the nights after, and then all the nights in between now and then.
I don't think you've enjoyed every single one, but
Well, that is it for this video. If you would like to know more of our journeys from our first date until now,
I'm not sure they want to know more now.
Maybe they don't. But it was super nice to meet up and help Greg out with moving and downsizing. And I actually think he wants to come and help out a day or two on the homestead coming up pretty soon. So make sure you stay tuned for that, because we always have projects and stuff going on here on our homestead. We like to get off the homestead every now and then.
So it's from like pancakes to microgreens now, right?
I still eat pancakes. Selah likes helping me out make pancakes.
Yeah, but like now you're like Mr. Green because you grow everything.
Oh yeah.
So pancake life to microgreen life.
Something like that. Well, that's it for today. We'll see you next time. And as always, be strong, grow on, and live life without excuses.
Bye, guys.